Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I was privileged to join Bunge la Wananchi here in Kisumu. Their discussions. And the topic was very interesting. The 2027 presidential candidates. They were actually dissecting each and every candidate and who is likely to win. And of course, we all know that William Ruto is running. So two names emerged very strongly during those discussions. The name of Edwin Sifuna and the name of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. As a matter of fact, most of them at the end of the day agreed that either Kalonzo or Sifuna can defeat William Ruto if they unite. But the question is, can Edwin Sifuna really emerge as a strong opponent of William Ruto in 2027?
Nasikia wanasema mnanichocha. Wanasema mnanichocha, si ndio? Wanasema ni moto ya gazeti. Wanasema ni maji moto hawezi choma nyumba. Nataka nione kwa mkono wale ambao wamechukua kura hapa. Kwa hivyo mkisema nyinyi ndio Sifuna na tumeamua tuende vita, tie gasi ikipigwa nigeuke nikute mmetoroka nyinyi watu. Nikute mmetoroka. Sasa nimeambiwa tuko na tent ya IBC pale ya registration, si ndio? Nimeambiwa kuanzia jana kuna watu kama 100 walichukua kura, wengine walichukua juzi. Leo nikifika hapa nimeambiwa kuna watu 50 wenye wamejiregister leo. Hawa watu kwa sababu leo ni Friday. Leo ni Friday, hapa Nairobi wananiita waziri wa sherehe.
Because so far, Edwin Sifuna has made a name for himself. But can he become a strong opponent? That's exactly what I want us to analyze in this video. Because even, was it yesterday or yesterday but one, there was an opinion poll by Infotrak. And according to Infotrak, their findings were also very interesting. If elections were held, for example, according to Infotrak, Ruto will get 32%, Kalonzo 13%, Sifuna 12%, and the rest. If you look at those figures, 13% versus 32, or 12% versus 32, that's a huge margin. But if you add the two, they will only make 25%. Ladies and gentlemen, again, in that opinion polling, there was also another interesting observation. If you were to take the individual presidential candidates from the opposition, interestingly, Kalonzo is top at 27%, Matiangi is number 2 at 26%, Sifuna is number 3 at 19%. And that's why I'm asking you the question, can Sifuna really emerge and become a strong opponent to William Samoei Arap Ruto? For us to understand that, let us listen in to Kioni.
And let me say this before you even intervene. The ballot paper, when we start getting used to it, if you look at it now, before we get to next year, has 3 names. William Samoei Ruto.
Yes.
Fred Okengo Matiangi. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka.
All right.
Wacha madoido. Tuache game. Hii mchezo ya town ya kuchezea watu akili.
Mwesh, former AG JB Muturi also said something, I think it was yesterday, when he said it's now gotten to a point whereby we need to tell you, and when he said you, he meant the citizens, we need to tell you guys what we have decided, and it looks like you're reading from the same script.
I do not think it is what we have decided. It is what we can see, because Martha Karua also did a letter as the co-convener of the United Opposition and accurately said those decisions have not been arrived at in a boardroom.
Okay.
So anybody going to say that it's a decision arrived at in a boardroom is lying.
Okay.
And this is what has kept us confused the last couple of months, years. because we keep lying to Kenyans. There is no agreement that has been hammered or reached by United Opposition Boardroom.
All right.
And if such an agreement was to be arrived at, it will also be wrong. And I've said it before, I want to repeat it again. An agreement that does not have Kenyans at the center of that debate is going to be disobeyed by Kenyans. Na Wakenya wachugeni, hawa Wakenya mnaona sio wajinga.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are to ask me the question as to whether Sifuna can emerge as William Ruto's strongest opponent, I will say yes. Because there's also this story that the actual results from Infotrak were actually doctored. And that the actual results showed Edwin Sifuna at the top, Kalonzo at number 2, and Ruto at number 3. But the question is, can Sifuna really become William Ruto's strongest opponent? Number one, he can. For me, he can. Why? Number one, Linda Wananchi has mastered the art of politics. Their brand of politics resonates so well with the ordinary people. You see, politics in Kenya is normally emotional. And for you to win the support of your people, you need to appeal directly to their emotions. This is what Linda Wananchi has done so far. And their brand of politics is resonating. When Sifuna was kicked out, they took advantage of that. When Sosi was attacked, they took advantage of that. And of course, they keep on doing that. And their politics is so charged. And so far, they've actually created emotional battalion. People who, if you say like, for example, people who, if you say that in the next election, if Kalonzo and Sifuna will not unite, then Ruto will beat them. Even if you say like something like that, they will beat you up on this channel. So the truth is, their brand, Sifuna's brand of politics, sets him apart. And that's why he has advantage. The reason why he probably is number 3 or number 2 is because he's a late entrant. Sifuna was not there initially. Other people were there. But today, even you and me agree that Sifuna cannot be number 3. He can only be number 1 or number 2. Yeah? So their brand of politics has captured the imaginations. Number 2, age is also a factor here. You see, in this country, many young people don't have jobs. A good number of them are educated. These educated people, young people, are now raising questions. Why are we poor? Others are not. And because Sifuna and the group Babu, blah, blah, with the exception to Orengo, are young people, they can easily blend with them. So with a good strategy, Edwin Sifuna can easily outwit the other opposition leaders like Kalonzo, like Matiangi, to actually emerge as one of the strongest opponents of the president. The age is on his side. The young people would easily embrace him. The challenge, for example, Ruto is facing today is that he's no longer appealing to young people. There are things he used to tell them, they used to listen. But with the time, because they are educated, they've now realized, you see, some of the promises which you are told, those ones, it's not even the work of the national government. So age is a contributing factor why they are emerging. Number 3 is the Raila Odinga factor. Raila Odinga was an icon, was a darling to many people. Some of us, we could even throw ourselves in Lake Victoria in the name of Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga passed on. A lot of issues arose. His supporters confused. Do we support 2 term or do we proceed with 1 term? Sifuna picked a side 1 term. And he picked the brand of politics which Raila Odinga loved, bold. So ODM supporters started liking Sifuna. As we speak, Sifuna is being rated very high. So if in the last election we had Raila Odinga and William Ruto, and Sifuna is now the one controlling majority of ODM support, then it means those are directly transferred to him And that's how he's now outperforming someone like Kalonzo. Because Kalonzo is not inheriting Raila Odinga's support base. Sifuna is doing that. Apart from that, Sifuna is also inheriting some of Rigathi Gachagua's supporters. He's also inheriting people like Pauline Njoroge to his side. As we speak, Matiangi has allied members of parliament, but most of them are comfortable in Sifuna's side. So Raila Odinga factor is the main thing. And number 4 is the credibility. You see, after the Gen Z's protest of 2024, several questions were being asked. Okay, you want to remove Ruto, but can you remove Ruto and replace him with Gachagua? God answered their prayer. So Gachagua is going to be there, but cannot be a presidential candidate. So who is credible? They talked of Matiangi. Matiangi came back, momentum disappeared. So they kept on searching. They even named Omtata. As we speak, I don't even know where Omtata is. Then they went and even lately look for Maraga. Maraga again. Yeah. Then Edwin Sifuna emerged. So I think the young people today in the Republic of Kenya are viewing Edwin Sifuna as their option, as their candidate, as their presidential candidate. That is the reality. And because they've been looking for a credible candidate to face Ruto, now they've found. So Sifuna is easily acceptable. There are even those who support Kalonzo, but deep down they know that Sifuna might actually be better. And that's why he is outperforming them. And lastly, there is the visibility. Sifuna's group are moving around. They can be seen. In fact, you can pinpoint the last 3 weeks, what they've been doing, and even you can project their next political activities. Because I know on 25th and 26th, they'll be in Trans Nzoia and Bungoma. After that, they're coming back to Nyanza. So they are visible. They're doing things. They are visible. They're addressing press conferences. And because of that visibility, most people now want to associate with them. Most people now accept Linda Wananchi. So the truth is, because of those factors, Edwin Sifuna can easily become a strong candidate. But that strong candidate can only defeat Ruto under one condition: that the opposition agree and front a single candidate. Then it's a wild goose chase for them. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lima Queen. Bye-bye.